Good morning, Cory, Carlson, Planning Ops Trainee for Southwest Team 3. I'll give you a rundown of the fire, what it did yesterday, and what the plans are for today. So I'll start here in the Glen Echo rustic area. We have containment on the map, that's 4%. This Division Tango area, we're hoping by the end of today to show this contained. We haven't had a lot of activity here in a few days. This area has been worked for about a week, and everything's looking really good. So we got a little bit different wind direction today out of the southwest, so that's going to test some of this stuff one more time. And if it holds through that, we'll probably look at showing this contained this afternoon, which would be a really good accomplishment. Down here in uniform, from the Buckhorn area down to just above Comanche Reservoir, also looks really, really good. It's a little bit more inaccessible than the Tango country, so it's looking really good. We'll probably continue to work that for several more days, and then we'll, hopefully be able to show some containment in there as well. We are working on a secondary line just above Comanche Reservoir down to Hourglass, a little bit of dozer line from the fire's edge down to Hourglass Reservoir, and then opening up this road system down here and tying it back into some cold black here. And what that would do is just provide a secondary line of defense from if this fire wanted to come out of here, and keep us from impacting any values down here. Down in Whiskey, we had one kind of nuisance smoke popping up in the Chapin area. It's been doing that for the last 3 days. The plan this morning is to launch a Type 1 helicopter and just kind of smash that thing first thing this morning, and hopefully it goes away. The rest of this stuff is looking pretty good. Long draw looks really good all the way down to Joe Wright. Our infrared does show some scattered heat in there, very, very minimal, but just that's kind of keeping us from showing any containment in there. As we come around to the west side of the fire, that's our other little piece of contained fire line. We do have a crew working from here up into here. They call it the cliff band. It's really steep. It's just going to take a lot of time to kind of check that edge, but the goal is to kind of check that and hopefully continue to show containment. Our problem area, the thumb, we have a dozer that came in here, and it's basically worked to the west a little bit towards that cliff band, and it's also starting to work to the east here, and it's going to get to a point in here where it just can't go any further east, so we'll have to get some crews in there to kind of button up this piece. The rest of this, though, around here has a mix of dozer line and hand line in and around all the way up to here, and we've kind of ended right in here. Another area where you can see this creek right here, this drainage, just can't get heavy equipment past that. It's too steep, too challenging to get equipment past that. So what we've done is we've brought a crew in here off the Kilpecker line. We pushed a little bit of dozer line here to the fire's edge, walked those folks in, and they started to try to work this fire's edge on the north end going around this way. The problem that we're running into is this is where all the fire activity is, and yesterday afternoon the fire activity, it didn't grow a lot, but it did enough that it kind of chased those guys out of there, so they had to come back out to the Kilpecker line and get out of there. So the plan today would be to get them back in there early this morning and use a combination of that crew and some aviation with the helicopters to drop water and retardant on there and give those folks an opportunity to work that. Even if they can work this piece, it's going to take days, if not a week, to get around that potentially just the first time. And then once they do that, it's going to be kind of an ongoing issue just to try to continue to work that with the fire activity there. So up here on the Dead Man Road, all the way down the Manhattan Road, we've moved a bunch of heavy equipment in that area as well, engines and crews. We'll continue to prep these roads, and as a second line of defense, should this fire want to cross the Kilpecker line and get out here near the communities, we're going to hopefully use this Dead Man and Manhattan Road as a kind of a secondary line of defense. The Highway 14 corridor all looks good. Kinnickinnick, all the way along to Rustic, Glen Echo, all that looks really good. Structure protection continues to go on in Glacier View, Red Feather, and Crystal Lakes. And then down in Branch 3, there is a plan to do some strategic structure protection around Glen Haven, Estes Park, Storm Mountain, the retreat area, should this fire want to move this direction. So another busy day. We're going to be using a lot of aviation up here on the thumb, a little bit down here, and then we'll continue to work multiple areas of the fire. We have about 850 firefighters out there in various areas of the fire, and they're all hard at work and busy. So a lot of work being done out there, and it'll continue for the next couple weeks at least. And that's today's update for the Cameron Peak Fire. Thanks.